Hello chaps, how are you all doing today? It's Wednesday. It's cold, still cold. It was cold. It was cold yesterday and cold today, and it's going to be cold until I'd say February maybe. Ah well. Seems it's cold outside, we might as well stay indoors and do some modelling. And it's time for the update on the Nagmachon. As soon as I got the new compressor, thanks to Simon, I've gotten some painting done. Yes, I've got some painting done, and I've got all the construction finished and everything else. So let's have a look down at the bench, and we'll see how far I've gotten, and I'll show you what I've done and what I've used to get to where I've gotten. Okay, so let's squiggly this thing down. Ta-da! There we go. Well, I can get it to sit in right. It has a tendency to pull away just as after I put it in. There we go. Now, behave yourself. There we go. There's our Nagmachon, and I have it done in the NATO black for the pre-shading, black and white pre-shading. As you can see, all the construction is done on it. I haven't got the machine guns on yet. I have the machine guns over here. I'll show you them in a minute. The shooty things, and I haven't got the glass in there yet because I'll show you in a second why I haven't got it done, and I'm in the process of painting and things like that. Right? I have the. I'm only just after finished painting that now. As you see, I have some the tracks and the wheels all masked off, because I have them already painted, and I have the wheels already painted, and the rubbers and the wheels and all that done. Now, what I've used for my tracks, I'm taking a little bit of an experiment this time on the tracks, okay, and I'm after using this as my base colour for the tracks. Now, and hopefully that will just hide some of the light there from that. There you go. XF84 Dark Iron from Tamiya, and I've just given them a coating of that, okay, XF84 Dark Iron. And when I get to the weathering stage, then I'm just going to give it a sort of a rust wash, shine it off with my graphite pencil, and hopefully that will work. So it's an experiment and kind of a work in progress, so we'll wait to see how that turns out. Like I said, I'm after giving it a coat of the NATO black, which is XF69. We hide the light there from that. There we go. XF69 NATO black. I'll highlight panels then with this. There we go. XF2 flat white. I'll do my highlighting with that, and then I'll give it my overall colour of my homemade cyanide grey. Okay, cyanide grey is the colour for the Israeli vehicles, and to get that colour I've used 50% of XF49 khaki and XF66, there we go, XF66 light grey. Okay, 50% of each. Give it a mix up, shake the living daylights out of it, and you end up with your cyanide grey colour. Okay, which is, there we go. It's the colour that's on the top of that, because I give it a little bit of a paint on the top of that, and it's perfect. It actually really is. It's the perfect colour for it. So I'll just move that away, and I'll show you what else I've gotten done. Here I have the few little bits and pieces that go onto it. I'll move up the camera a slight bit there. There we go. I've got the two stretchers, although I'm only thinking of using one, putting one at this side and leaving this side without a stretcher. But you know, I've done both just in case I go off and decide to do both of them. I have the little 7.62 mags all made up. That's including the PE, the holders for the magazine. The ammo boxes were PE. You have to kind of fold them into shape. That's all done. They're all base coated now with the NATO black, and that's the colour I'll actually use for the weapons. And I give them a kind of a rub off then with oh, thank you, coffee, lovely stuff. And I give them a rub off then with the graphite pencil, and do the butt of the rifle or the machine gun and the handles in a flat black. Do the, you know, the ammo boxes in olive drab and things like that. So there will be a little bit of colour in there, but overall, like, I don't like the colour they give you you know, that gunmetal colour, you know, because it's very, very shiny, you know. And I mean, I have spent 22 years in the army, and I've yet to see a gun as shiny as that. You know, the colour that they give you, that gunmetal colour, because weapons are not shiny for two reasons. One, you mean, you don't want to go out with a big shiny gun that's going to, you know, reflect light, you know, not a military gun anyway. And they're coated with a kind of it's called gun bluing, okay, and it's almost like a kind of a powder coat, and it's a kind of a bluey black, if you get my drift. It's a kind of a bluey black. So what I do is I use the NATO black. I give them a kind of a very, very light blue wash, very, very light blue wash. That kind of gives it a tinge of blue, and then I do the highlighting paints and colouring the things like that, right? So there's our 7.62 mags, GPMG, FN, and we've got our Browning 50 cal here. Okay, very, very nicely engineered weapons, I must say. Now, I did have to kind of drill out the end of that because it wasn't drilled out for you, so I'm after drilling out that. Just a little bit of it, just the tiniest little bit, just to show that it's not sealed up, shall we say. The 7.62 mags were a bit too small to kind of drill into, but I left them as we are, and I'm happy enough with them. Right, so there's the mag, the GPMGs, the shooty things and the stretchery thing. Okay, bits of PE left. I've 4 little bits of PE left. They are, I paint, as you see, I use the blue on the back of those, and they're going to cover over on 4 little vision blocks here. Okay, little vision blocks that go in there, and I have the vision blocks, and I have them painted blue, as well as the ports here, or the bulletproof glass sections up here. As you see, I'm after covering myself in blue bloody paint as well. And there we go, there they are. Okay, and I use clear blue for that, which is, as soon as I'm getting out and showing you everything, it's X23. Okay, shade the light there, there we go, clear blue X23 from Tamiya, and they'll go in there. What I do is I'll mask off inside and outside, pop them on, because it gives you the extra little bit around the outside. It's only the glass needs to be masked off, and the outside of it then will be painted green. So what I do is I'll mask them, stick them on, and then paint the whole lot when I'm doing, after they do the shading. So I'm just giving them a chance to get fully dry and all that before I go sticking masking tape onto them. Excuse me, I still have that bit of a cough. So that's about as far as I've gotten on the Nagmachon, the paints I've used and all that on it. You know, it's getting there, it's getting there. My aerials, wire aerials again as usual. I have 3 aerials, and there's this one here at the back, which is pretty hard to see because it's so fine and I'm after bending one of them, and I'm the very, 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 very fine PE, and I don't know, they're a bloody nightmare, to be quite honest with you. They really are. It's that little basket aerial, you know, the basket aerial. It's done anyway, you know, as you can see, but it's so fine it's very, very hard to see, but it's done anyway. And it's when this thing is fully dry, I'll give it another hour or so to dry. I mean, I could do the white on it now, it wouldn't make that much difference, but I'll give it an hour, then I'll do the highlighting. I'll leave that dry overnight, and then I'll give it the coating of the cyanide grey. Then go over it and do all the little many bits of detail painting that need to be done to it, and take off the masking tape, bit of weathering, and then she's done, isn't it? Isn't that it? So, like I said, it's nearly finished, it's nearly there. Absolute fabulous model, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful model there from Hobby Boss IDF. Well, there's the dogs off. Cat is probably up at the window, sitting there smiling down at the dogs out in the cold. The cat, she does that. She does. Freaking annoys the bleeding daylights out of the bloody dogs. So anyway, lads, that's my update. That's about as much as I've gotten done. Now, as you see, a cup of coffee has after appeared on the table here. Rachel's after dropping me off a nice cup of coffee. So I like the latte. I'm a bit posh with my lattes. Okay, so I leave it at that, lads. I'll have my coffee and leave that rest for a while. Stick in me 2 sugars. There we go. Even the sugar's gone flipping frozen today. So I'll leave it until the next one, lads, until the next update. The next update hopefully will probably be, more than likely, be just before I do the weathering. Okay, when I have it all factory fresh, isn't that what I call it? When I have it all factory fresh, I will give you a glance at it, and then we'll see the weathering and what it's looked like after the weathering and all that. So I'm going to leave it at that, lads. I'm going to have my coffee, have a little break. I'll catch you up in the next one. Stay safe in the meantime. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed, and if you have subscribed, thank you very, very much. I do appreciate it. And don't forget to give it the old thumbs up, the old like button. Hit the old like button. Okay, so until the next time, this is John signing off, having his break, having a cup of coffee. Have a cup of coffee yourself, lads. Sure, why not? It's nice. And if you don't like coffee, have tea. So I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe, enjoy yourselves, be nice to one another, and don't forget, out and buy yourself a kit, build it and enjoy it, because this is John signing off.